Hey Veilers, this is your weekly card read beginning today and going right through to next Monday. I'm using this new deck that I got gifted for my birthday, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. Now, I want to talk about the Mercury retrogrades. I don't want people going into a meltdown. It's not that bad, but I will say this. We have 3 this year. Thankfully, they're well spaced out. The current one that we're in will finish officially on March the 10th, give or take a couple of days. The next one is June the 18th to July the 12th. And the final one will be October the 14th to November the 3rd. So they're around 2 and a bit weeks each time. And we'll find that communications will be a bit weird. You know, things will fuck up. You know, if they're meant to go wrong, they will, usually during a retrograde. Communications especially, like emails, texts that you're not meant to send someone, it will accidentally be sent to someone. It's all of that kind of thing. So just be aware of that, especially because we're right in the midst of one now. Apart from that, I always say to people, don't fall for the trap of a retrograde. Don't. I don't fear them. It just is what it is. What I say is look forward to them, because everything that's been hidden is now going to be in the glaring spotlight. Good luck to us all, right? So if anything has been hidden, or you feel like it has been hidden for the past, say, 3 to 6 months, it's all going to start coming out now. So we've got 2 more, middle of the year, and then around October, November. So Halloween will be right in the midst of a retrograde. Awesome. Oh, my wedding anniversary will be right in the midst of a retrograde. How awesome. So don't go fearing this shit. Don't buy into the scaremongering around it. Just know that communications might be a little bit strained. Things that you may not have wanted to know about are going to come out, going to come to the fore. Yeah, it's because when any planet, but especially Mercury, because it governs communication, is in a retrograde, it means that it's within its own shadow, so it's hiding. So everything else, like I said, is in the glaring spotlight. So just be aware, just be prepared, and don't give a fuck. Don't worry too much about it, because it's going to be fine, okay? Let me shuffle. Apart from that, we're in a Pisces season, because it's the Piscean's birthday for a couple more days. And then we move into, I think isn't it Aries? My little whore bags of the zodiac. It's the Aries peeps. Okay, straight off the top, 1 popped out. Let's get 3 more. And as usual, thank you, Carol Moore Kelly. As usual, if I need to pull extra, I will. I'm already being told I will. I'm going to put these aside for a minute. I'm going to take the 4 that I've got and see if I have to pull any. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 5. If there's any extra, I'll pull. All right. First card down, Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling yet? Have you answered your deepest calling? And if you haven't, you really got to get cracking on this. As I've said to you, this year, it's a great year. It's a beaut year for getting everything you want. But the opportunities won't come around all the time. They're going to knock once. If you aren't interested, they're going to move on to the next person that desperately wants whatever you wanted. Because you have to remember, what you want wants you. What you want wants you. All right? So warrior woman and man, have you answered your calling? If you haven't, step up. No more mucking around. No more pussyfooting around. Step the fuck up. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Now, here's an interesting thing. Some of us aren't ready to step up and lead. Some of us just aren't ready. So I remembered when I was made a manager in the IT circles, and I just didn't enjoy it. I just didn't. I was good at it. I was actually taken aside and actually told this by my manager, Melanie, you don't rule with fear, and you have to. I don't agree with that. I believe in not mucking around, faux pas there, mucking in with them and getting my hands dirty as much as they're getting their hands dirty. I don't believe in ruling by fear. I think that's stupid. That is absolutely stupid. Sorry, I've just realized I've got 6 here. I can't count. 6. It's the Mercury, right? Anyway, we'll blame it all on him. So I feel like some of us, when we're called to step up and lead, we might go, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. And also I say the higher up you go, the more your head's above water. If there comes a cull, a retrenching, you're gone. I didn't mind staying with my head underwater. I didn't mind. You know, I can breathe underwater. I'll come up every now and then, go back down again. It's all good, love. So the higher up you go, be prepared. The higher up you go, the more you might get bitten. So those of us that get promotions this week, make sure that you've read the fine print. Even though the dollars are going to be fucking phenomenal, read the fine print. How much of the soul do they own? And balance it from there. My best bet when I read for upper management and CEOs and vice presidents and things like that, I always say, look, it's all great to have that high position, the money, it's fabulous, but ensure that you can do a couple of days at home. Ensure that you can log in and just work from home for a couple of days. You need that balance. All right, next card down. Let's keep moving. What have we got? Get grounded. Empaths are highly sensitive, connect with nature. Absolutely. And it's not just empathetic people. It's not just sensitives or psychics. It's not just us. It's everybody. Whether you believe in this shit or not, everybody at some point needs to go, oh, I just need time out. And if you're not a spiritual person, you're probably wondering why you're feeling like that. This is why. Oh, sorry, the camera's gone funny. This is why. It's because you're going, something's not right. I'm feeling a bit in my head space, a bit too much. I just need to ground myself and not be too involved in everybody's dramas in life. I've got my own shit to deal with. Thank you very much. I just need time out. For me, I'm doing a daily, huge fucking 2 to 3 hour cleansing of past lives, shit that's happened in this life, preparing myself for the future. Like, it's intense. And I'm shutting down for like 3 hours a day in the afternoon once all sessions are done by about midday, 1 o'clock. And I just go, right, boomf, I have to switch off because I know what's coming and I know what's been, and I just have to get myself right. So that is for all of us. Get grounded now. If you don't want to meditate, totally okay. Light some candles, play some fabulous music that you love. Open the windows, get the fresh air in, open the blinds. Don't be living in the dark all the time. Get that fresh air flowing through, all right? Burn some incense, yeah? Get grounded by shoving your feet in the grass or in the sand. The quickest way to balance all your chakras instantly is with salt water. So if you're down by a beach or a saltwater body of water, sorry, that didn't come out right. Great vernacular there, Mel. Immerse yourself quickly into the salt water. Even your tootsies, just get them in. That balances you instantly. Yeah? Or if you're religious, say a couple of lovely prayers to get yourself grounded and connected with the divine again. You'll be right. Next card down. All these cards are very much the same, but different, but the same. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Yeah, these cards really are about evolving the self, isn't it? It's not as direct as the other card decks I have, I would say. Answer the call. But this is also this week, when that phone rings, no matter what, answer the call. For example, Anonymous comes up on my phone a little while ago. I answer the call. It turns out to be, this person that has tried before to talk with me, but they have a very, very strong but beautiful accent. An older lady, I have to say, an older lady, and she kept saying, no, I want a psychic, not a psychologist. And I kept saying, I'm not a psychologist. I have never been a psychologist, nor would I ever want to be a psychologist. I ain't got time to go and study to be a psychologist. Anyway, I really tried. It just went back and forth. And she said, but you're going to confuse people saying you're a psychic. I went, no, I've just confused you. And she's like, well, what else do you do? I said, well, I'm a psychic medium and an astrologer. Well, how can you be all three? I'm like, oh, I could be reincarnated by the time this phone conversation is done. So I actually said, you know what, sweetheart? I said, I do have to go to another session. So I'm going to hang up on you. And with that, she hung up straight away. So I don't care when or who, whatever the circumstances are, you answer that email the most polite way you can. You respond to that text. You respond and pick up that phone call. Yeah? You just don't know who it is, and you just don't know where it could lead. But under any circumstance, can that lady say that I was rude to her? Because I spent ample time trying to explain who I was and what I did. It didn't go very far. But I answered the call, God damn it. Now, on a greater, more a spiritual plane, answering the call, what is it that you most want to do with your life, doll? What do you want to do? Yeah? Everybody knows deep down what they want to do. Even the young ones that go, I'm scattered, I have no idea. You know deep down what you want to do. And even if parents or those around you deem it as being fanciful and how could you ever make a living from that? Well, most people can make livings from the most fanciful of ideas. It's those that say no that won't make a living from those fanciful ideas. So they're just projecting their fears onto you. Don't listen to them. If you have a great idea and you want to product it and get it happening and trademark it, fucking do it. Yeah? I make a great living talking to the dead. As ironic as that sounds, I make a great living talking to the dead. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Right? So what is your deep calling, sweetheart? What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Because you're going to be here a while. You may as well be happy. And as we all say, you spend at least 40 to 60 hours a week at work and then some. Yeah, I do this all the time. All the time. And when I'm not doing it, I'm doing the astrology charts. And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing the daily astrology. And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing charts for people. And when I'm not doing that, Teresa and I are house clearing. So by the way, if you guys didn't know, we're still doing house and business clearings. We just had an interesting, very fucking interesting request last night. I think it's a little bit demonic, personally, what's going on, and I can't wait to get the cameras in to film that shit, with permission, of course, if she decides to take us on. So we're still doing house cleaning. So I do this spiritual work 24/7 because I love it. It's what I do. It's what I'm good at. What are you good at? What do you want to make a living from? Do whatever you like. Go for your life. All right? Second last card down for today. Im Rama. I'm Rama. What are you being called to journey towards? Okay, I get this. What are you being called to journey towards? Here we are down here. Beautiful. And we can see different ruins around the world, different famous ruins and an ocean, and fabulous, fabulous. So again, this card deck really urges people to come into their own, to do their own thing. Your calling. And where are you being pulled to? So you know how some people love Egypt and they really feel a pull to Egypt? I don't. I feel a real pull towards the Celtic, Anglo-Saxon times way back in the 1600s and 1700s. And I also feel a beautiful pull to Salem in America. I'd love to visit Salem one day. And I love Italy. I really feel a bond with Italy. So where's your pull? Why are you being pulled there? Maybe you had past life there. Explore that this week. This week is all about your spirituality and indulging in it and just pleasuring the spiritual side of you and see where that leads. Yeah? Last card for today. Maybe, maybe not. The Age of Light. Yeah, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Yep. Your time is coming, darling. Don't give up. We're almost there. All of us, we're almost there. Don't give up. That's all I have to say on that card. You've been training for this for lifetimes. It's almost here. Get ready. It's going to be good. It's going to be epic. Alrighty. Guys, that was your lot for this week. I hope you have an amazing week. I'll be here next Monday for your YouTube. I love taking you beyond the veil. And love, there's nothing but.